is the Shadow? What are his powers? What are his origin? And how powerful would he be if he had Noob Saibot's powers, Wolverine skills, and the intellect of Miss Fairweather? Let's find out, shall we?
It's been so long that
You've joined me in another episode of The Curtis Zone, and I do nothing but thank you. I ask that you hit the like and subscribe button for more content from The Curtis Zone, for more of me, my smiling face, and of course of my bouncing pecs. Today we are doing yet another How Powerful Would Someone Be episode on a classic character that I don't think that any of you have ever heard of, and his name is The Shadow. But before we get started with this How Powerful Would Someone Be episode, news anyone? Here's the first piece of news from the world of Mortal Kombat. A release date has been set for Mortal Kombat 2. It is set to release between December 2024 and February 2025. I'm thinking it's gonna be February 2025 due to the fact that post-production takes a long time. So I'm thinking that's how long it's gonna be. The next piece of news from the world of Power Rangers. It has been rumored that David Yost is currently in talks with Lionsgate to make a new, darker Power Rangers series. This series is supposed to be as if Once Upon a Time, but with Power Rangers. This series Once Upon a Time, but with Power Rangers, and a little bit darker. Personally, I think it's a great idea, and I really want to audition for that. The final piece of news is from the world of live-action animation, or Japanese anime, if you will. The live-action Mobile Suit Gundam movie, which is supposed to premiere on Netflix, is currently in pre-production stage. It is looking like we're going to get a pretty good story from it due to the fact that Gundam has some really dark, very slow stories, but they're going to move forward and really push through with all the action. Personally, I would love it because I'm going to be honest, I've watched some episodes of Mobile Suit Gundam and I thought too much politics, not enough action. Now, let's talk about the Shadow, shall we? But first, let's give a little rundown of his non-fiction origin.
Game over. There are no rules in this game except win at any cost.
The Shadow first premiered in the Shadow radio series, which started in 1939. Literally 3 days before World War II, the Shadow premiered on the Shadow Comic Books radio story. He wouldn't make his DC debut until the Shadow in 1947. Now, my favorite and most recent of the Shadow is the Shadow Batman storyline, where the Shadow teams up with Batman and meets Damian Wayne Robin. He is even seen in the Batcave itself. And I highly recommend watching the Shadow live-action movie, which starred Alec Baldwin as the Shadow. As far as his origin goes, the Shadow was once a spy in World War II until he got lost and was known as the Lost Generation of World War II. He sought refuge with the monks of Shambhala, who taught him how to use his latent psychic abilities in the service of justice, how to harness his Shadow. This Shadow would then move back to the US, where he took on an alias of a very wealthy entrepreneur who he bared a striking resemblance to, and he would become a crime-fighting vigilante in the streets of New York, known as The Shadow. As far as powers go, Shadow is known for his amazing stealth abilities, able to mimic any shadow and move through them with precision. He also has complete control of his vocal cords, that he can throw around his voice all over a building or any small space. And with mastery of his vocal cords, he also has the ability to mimic people's voices. He also is an incredible intellect, being incredibly strategic and a master detective. Some can say that he created Batman. Another power that he has is his twin Glocks, which he uses as weapons, and he also has the ability of hypnosis and a lot of other stuff. So yes, in a nutshell, the Shadow is an amazing detective and fighter, and one of the greatest comic book characters to ever live. Imagine the Shadow as if he were Noob Saibat, but to have Noob Saibat's powers would be amazing. Noob Saibat is a living Shadow. He can create Shadow clones that can do anything that he wants them to do. He is so strong, in fact, that he wants to defeated a god. He defeated Fujin, god of wind and protector of Earthrealm. Noob Saibat is indeed so strong that he was chosen to guard Kronika's hourglass, but that ultimately led to his defeat. From the movies, most people think that Wolverine is a brawler with amazing healing factor and an indestructible skeleton, but truth be told, he is more than that. He knows at least 28 forms of Kung Fu alone. He also knows Tai Chi, Jiu-Jitsu, and a whole mess of other stuff. Add this to the fact that he also knows the weak points in human bodies, several supernatural bodies, and a few alien bodies as well, and he is one deadly combatant. He is the one who went toe-to-toe with the Hulk and won. So yes, imagine his skills in the hands of the Shadow and tell me how powerful you think the Shadow would be. Do not let her pretty face fool you. Miss Fairweather is one of the most dangerous scientific minds in Power Rangers. Her intellect spans not only to engineering, but also physics, rocket science, robotics, nanorobotics, advanced cybernetics, weaponry, the list goes on. She has more PhDs than anyone in Power Rangers, and she has a brilliance to prove it. So, imagine her brains, her intellect in the hands of the Shadow, and you tell me how powerful you think the Shadow would be. Just like that, another episode of the Curtis Zone comes to a screeching close, ladies and gentlemen. As always, remember to hit the like and subscribe button for more content from the Curtis Zone. And if you want to see more of me, just hit that like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you want to make a request for any episode, period, put it in the comment section down below and I will get back to you, okay? And as always, I will be back with more history ofs, more evolution ofs, more how powerful wood, more top 10s, more versus battles. I'll be back with more, so just watch, sit back, relax, and enjoy. As always, remember, like and subscribe and give some love to our sponsors, Coastal Waste and Recycling, because your garbage powers someone's world. I will be back soon. I love you all. See ya.